Om Sri Sai Ram. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shambhave. Today, I would like to share one of the greatest experiences I had. You can call it as an untold, story or an untold realities as perceived by the grace of Bhagawan Shiva or Lord Shiva, or his energies as accessible his energies are accessible in many dimensions in the current frequencies of subtle nature of his existence on the planet. Though Shiva was here on the planet long time ago, his subtle nature is, of course, is everywhere. But only thing is, your subtle nature you can't see. That's the problem. So that's the reason why we do the meditations, we invoke Lord Shiva and yoga and everything. He taught a whole lot of things to humanity long time ago. But his subtle nature continues to exist. Okay. So based on this, I would like to tell you an beautiful experience which I had about Lord Shiva, and it's a very nice experience. Many of us are having experiences, especially the way the dimensions are in the planet today. Many people are getting a lot of good experiences. So I had one of mine, this was my share of experiences I want to share with you all. These energies are available to many, the Shiva energies are available to many people, but a few can grasp these as per his will and grace. That's all it is. My humble salutations to one and all the divine beings who are watching this program. Thank you. I'm going to start this beautiful. Lord Shiva, a very composed, comfortable and a still being, as you can call it, because it's always in stillness. At the same time, uncouth, wild, innocent, fearless, ever steady, enters the scene as per invitation of Sati Devi to attend a massive yajna or fire ritual performed by her father Daksha. You might have heard about this story, and many of us have heard about this story. Okay, this is just one part of it as I could quite recollect. So these rituals are being performed under the sun god's direct visibility as required by the procedures of these yajnas. There are several cooking stations and several dining stations too, and sort of a dining houses, different houses. It's a big yajna, very big, it's a big party of things happening, like what you call party of today, like spiritual parties going on. But at those times, it's a massive spiritual party going on. And of course, it is completely sattvic, completely divine in nature, and it has got its own essence. Okay. Shiva in this case is not greeted by Daksha, who has always he never liked Shiva. He's always insulted him because due to the nature of Shiva himself, because the way Shiva is very uncouth, he's very innocent, very fearless and whatnot. He's somewhat a strange person. He's very strange, so he doesn't like him. So that's the reason. So and this is what it is. So Shiva enters into into this yajna. As Shiva enters the yajna area, the location, it's a massive location, very huge. Sati Devi, though uninvited and having been Shiva's wife, gestures Shiva to not mind the insults her father may thrust upon her husband and her, but asks Shiva very quietly, receiving him very politely at the yajna, at the location. It's the ceremony venue, the yajna ceremony venue, and asks Shiva or direct Shiva to also have the partaking of food. Little did Sati Devi know the devious intentions of the insult Daksha shrewdly thrust upon Sati Devi to insult Shiva. Sati Devi is informed to direct Shiva for partaking this beneficial prasadam or food offering at a particular dining station or a dining house located very close by. It's further down the road, the dining station is further down the road. Shiva, Lord Shiva, ever smiling and with his wild stillness and divinely exuberant strides all the way as directed by Sati Devi to the fourth dining station located for partaking the Yagnam Prasadam or the food offering for Shiva, specially done for Shiva. So they're little happy about it, So somebody has directed Sati Devi to Shiva to go there, and all this is happening. Daksha is doing all these things. So it's somewhat happening. It looks to be okay. Seems okay for both of them. But now see what happens. But as Shiva passes the fourth house, or as he gets closer to the fourth house, as he passes the third house, he feels the heat as he enters the ambience of the fourth house of the dining station for partaking the prasadam or the food. But instead he finds an empty area. It's a big place. Instead he finds an empty area to the left side. He sees, and instead of a food station, there are corpses burning far away, a little far away, not too far away, a little far away. This fourth house or the fourth dining station is located further away from the location and is in a very secluded place or area. Shiva immediately senses that there may be a few immature or non-conducive ways of insults coming his way. But the stillness and the innocence of the divine majesty of Shiva, who he is, as he is called, he quickly emancipates and nullifies these tendencies arising out from somewhere, which are emanating. And he just ignores the fourth house completely, automatically and subtly treads his divine destination to Kailash, back home. This is what Shiva does. He doesn't take anything. It's just like the ocean which doesn't accept anything. It just comes. The thoughts come, the thoughts are dissipated, and he is what he is. He is basically stillness. Because constantly meditating, constantly spiritual is what Shiva is. So Shiva gets back to Kailash. Another important criteria needs to be observed here is Shiva never remembers the directions of Sati Devi to return back or to call on her before he even left the location. This is what Sati would have told, Sati Devi would have told Shiva, Lord Shiva, to please visit her back once she finishes the partaking of the prasads and the ceremonial things, offerings which are going on. But Shiva is already back. He's already back there. In order to keep up his self-esteem, Shiva's self-esteem and their self-esteem, in case of any insults coming from her father Daksha. So this was the idea behind Sati Devi asking Shiva to, come back, her husband, to come back before he left after partaking the food. We all need to clearly observe and infer from this particular, episode that the calmness, composure, and the Shiva's serene, blissful nature burns up all the negativity of the insults meted out to Lord Shiva. So daily life, this is an example Shiva is showing to the world. Even the immolation of Sati Devi, as she does it to herself, is by own divine powers, which automatically immolates her. The fire automatically immolates her. And assuming a very fearsome nature of Mother Goddess Kali, as she is called. These are real stories and incidents. These untold or unseen incidents became available as when required to many of us. The real question today in the world is, What can one learn from these incidents from Lord Shiva's lifetime on the planet? His calmness, his composure, his overwhelming stability and meditative states, the stillness of his being. The insults, shouts, degrading thoughts, and abuses thrown are never seen, are completely covered and replaced with smiling and amazing vibrancy and the freshness of his clarity of thoughts. This is the incredible spiritual Shiva living in us and who is accessible to all of us. This is whom we need to keep in our thoughts as he resides in us and churns his levitating, upsurging energies on us, particularly during this Mahashivratri. I would like to now thank each and every one watching this spiritual program 2021 aimed at raising your spiritual urge, which is the most important and the most required for the maintenance and the sustenance of this world we live in, and in transforming us as we progress into Ram Rajya, which is fast approaching in this sacred land. Our next program is dedicated to Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra, aimed at uniting all our brothers and sisters in the entire universe to come together and sing the glory of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra on this glorious day of Ram Navami, celebrating the birthday of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra on April 21st, 2021. Kindly watch out for the latest updates on www.girishayogafoundation.com. Thanking you. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shambhave. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra ki Jai. Om Sri Sai Ram. Jai Sai Ram.